Good evening. Today we are going to discuss a concept called Operation Twist. See, I'm getting this request from my students for the last few days that to discuss this term, though this term is not new in the economics. Why? Because it was used by the USA in 1961 for the first time, then they again used it in 2011. But in case of India, we used it for the first time in the month of December 2019. So the point is, whatever was used by USA, is it like same that what we have used in India, or is it kind of different, or the motives are different? So I'll tell you in very basic way what is the meaning of Operation Twist, specifically in the context of Indian economy. See, Operation Twist. See, there is a one term that is being known to people generally that is called as a open market operations. See, what is the meaning of open market operations? It means simultaneous buy and selling of Government of India's security. Like normally what happened when Reserve Bank of India wants to increase the liquidity in the market, what they are simply doing, they are simply buying the government security. So when they will buy, they have to pay in cash. Okay. On the other hand, when they want to decrease the liquidity, what they're simply doing, they're simply selling the government security. So this is something which is being done normally by Reserve Bank of India, or you can say any central bank at a global level from time to time. But in Operation Twist, the things are slightly different. So to understand the meaning of Operation Twist, first of all, you need to know one basic concept, that what is the relationship between the bond yield and the price of a bond. See, first of all, what is the meaning of a bond, or you can say the security? See, bond or security means a kind of a fixed income security which is being offered in this particular way, that I want to raise, let's suppose, 1000 rupees from you, and on this I will give you 7% interest, and the maturity period could be maybe less than 1 year or maybe more than 1 year. Okay, so whatever bonds which are being issued by Government of India for the purpose of raising money from the market for the purpose of short term, these are being known as a T-bills, and whatever securities which are being issued by Government of India for the purpose of raising money for long term is being known as a government security, or you can say long term bonds. Are you getting what I am saying? Now, the second thing that you need to know here is what is the relationship between the price of a bond and the yield. See, there is a one word which is being used continuously, that is called yield. Yield is nothing but the total amount of money you are going to earn when you invest in a particular security. For example, if I am going to invest 1000 rupees in a particular security, and that is going to provide me 8% interest, that means the yield on this will be how much? Rupees 80. Are you getting what is the meaning? Yield meaning is whatever amount of interest which is being offered by the issuer, that how much amount of money you are going to earn in the form of interest, or you can say return. That has been given as a name called yield. So sometimes people get really confused that what is the meaning of yield, or is it like some kind of a specific word that we need to know about? See, in very basic way, it simply means the earnings of a person when you are being investing. Are you getting what I am saying? Now we need to understand the relationship between the price of a bond and moreover the returns or yield on a bond. See, there is a very simple concept that when you buy something aggressively, what happened? The price of that particular thing will tend to rise. For example, if suppose in market onions are being available in a limited quantity and the people are keep on buying it, they've been demanding it, then what happened? The price of the onions will increase. On the other hand, it simply means, suppose if something is being available in excess and the people are not demanding it, then what happened? The price will go down. Are you getting what I'm saying? That when you've been buying something aggressively, the price will go up. When you've been, simply providing something in excess and the people are not demanding it, then what happened? The price will go down. Same in case of a share market, as you know, that when the people are being buying a share aggressively, okay, you've been calling them what? Bull, because the prices are increasing. In the same way, when the people are being selling securities aggressively, the shares in the market, the price will go down and they're being known as a bear in the stock market. I'm sure you must be aware about this. Now, same in case of this bond market, what happened? When you are being simply buying the bond aggressively, okay, then what happened? The price of a bond will increase. And when you're selling the bonds aggressively in the market, then what happened? The price of the bonds will go down. Imagine, suppose there is a bond which is being offered by Government of India of rupees 1000 and the rate of interest offered by government on this is, let's suppose, 6%. So I'm not taking the maturity period here, I'm simply telling the example that how the yield increase or decrease on a particular bond. See, if the people are being demanding this bond aggressively, that means they want to buy it at any cost, then maybe there is a possibility that people will start offering more and more price for that. Are you getting? So in that case, what happened? If the people are being ready to buy this particular thing at 1100, that means for 1000 rupees bond, how much they're being paying? 1100. They're paying how much extra? 100 rupees. So in that scenario, the person who will buy it at 1100, how much interest he will receive? Interest will be offered by the government on what? On face value. Are you getting what I'm saying? The government is basically providing the interest, or not the government, you can say anyone who is being offering the bond, they've been providing the interest at the face value. Are you getting it? So when somebody will buy at 1100, then what happened? By investing 1100, he will be able to get interest of 60 rupees. So when you multiply this with 100, then whatever rate of interest you will get would certainly be less than 6%. Why? Because you have been giving more and you are receiving 60 only. Are you getting? So when you're buying it aggressively, what happened? The rate of interest, or you can say the effective rate of interest, or you can say the yield on a curve will go down because you're buying it aggressively. So the prices are increasing and these are going down. What? The rate of interest. Are you getting what I'm saying? So it's very simple that when the price of the bond will increase, the rate of return, or you can say interest rate or the yield, will go down because you are offering 6, but effectively you are being getting how much? Less than 6%. Are you getting what I'm saying? Moreover, in the same way, if the person who is basically, let's suppose, selling it and they're selling it aggressively, that means they want to simply sell it at any cost and they want money. So in this case, what happens? Suppose if somebody wants to sell this bond aggressively, and as you know, when you're selling aggressively, the buyer is never giving the price that you are demanding. So in this scenario, when you're selling this 1000 rupee bond, there is a possibility that you will be able to get a price of only 950 in the market. So the person who will buy this bond at 950, when it comes to return, he will get 60 only. Are you getting? So when you calculate the effective rate of interest, he will get 60 only because the rate of interest will be offered on what? On the face value. And how much he paid? 950. So in this case, he is getting effectively more than 6% rate of interest. So as you can see here, when the price of bond is going down, the return is increasing, or you can say the yield is increasing in the market. Are you getting what I am saying? Now, if this point is clear, that there is a negative relationship between the price of a bond and the interest rate, then now it is being very easy to understand that what is the meaning of operation twist. So let's discuss that what is the meaning of operation twist that was used by the Reserve Bank of India in the month of December and January 2020. See, in operation twist, what Reserve Bank of India did, they want to simply buy the long-term government securities. They want to do what? They want to simply buy the long-term government security, maybe whose maturity is 2030 or 2029. So they said, I think the date was 23rd or 24th of December. They said that we are going to buy the long-term security of Government of India worth rupees 10,000 crore. Okay. So they said that we will buy the securities who are having the long-term maturity, and simultaneously they will sell the short-term government security that will have maturity of around 6 months or around a year. That means they will suck 10,000 crore and they will put 10,000 crore simultaneously. That means liquidity will not increase or decrease. It will be kind of a same. But it will change the yield curve of the government bonds. Now, as you can see, they are buying it. That means they are buying it aggressively. That means what happened? The price offered by the Reserve Bank of India will be higher. The price offered by the Reserve Bank of India will be higher. So in this case, what happened, when they are being providing higher price, then obviously you can say, as we just discussed, the yield will go down. Are you getting? The returns will go down. That means it is not favorable for the people that to save for long term, because they are not getting a high rate of return on these savings. Are you getting why I am saying this? Because the interest rate for the long term is being driven from where? From the government securities. Are you getting what I am saying? So in this case, when the yield on the long term bonds will go down, then certainly we can say it is not very favorable for the people to simply save for the long term. Instead of this, what they will do? They will simply start spending. Are you getting? Moreover, as the return, or you can say the yield is going down in the long-term securities market of the Government of India, then certainly we can say the loans on the long-term duration will also go down. That means the people can borrow more and more from the banking sector at a lower rate, and that money can be used for the purpose of buying the real estate properties. Then you can say for the purpose of buying cars, for the purpose of different other consumption. So in that case, what happened? The consumption will increase in the market. Are you getting what I am saying? So why the Reserve Bank of India decided to use this operation twist in December 2019? Like what happened? In the year of 2019, there was a huge cut done by the Reserve Bank of India in the repo rate many times. In fact, you can say they did the repo rate cut of around 1.35%, but the same amount of benefit was not extended by the banks to the customer. So they thought, if we'll do this, then certainly the returns on the long-term savings will go down, and then what happened? People will start borrowing more and more from the bank, and moreover the bank also need to provide the benefit of this cut to whom? To the customers. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So the point is what? Operation twist in case of Indian economy will help, or may help, I would say, should not be used, may help to simply reduce the long-term yield on the government security, so that the loans will for the long-term purpose will get cheaper and people will start demanding more and more. Now the point is, are we really able to see the benefit of this operation twist in the Indian economy? That is the question that we need to answer. See, we could have, seen the benefit of this particular thing in the Indian economy like in 3 month, 4 month, 5 month. But the point is, as soon as we are reaching to get the benefit, the Indian economy was hit by this COVID crisis. And now, as you know, that people have been losing jobs, they're not having money. So the point is, demand is indeed going down. But yes, whatever be the purpose of the Operation Twist, I would say it is being succeeded to certain extent in the Indian economy. Like for example, around 6 months back, on the Government of India security for 2030, the rate of interest was somewhere around 6.6%. Okay, that means on a 10 years Government of India security, the Government of India was offering interest rate of around 6.6%. Or you can say the yield on 10 years government security was around 6.6%. But now if you see recently in the month of July 2020, this rate of return has been decreased to around 5.83%. So there is a cut of almost, you can say, around 0.8% on the yield of the Government of India's long-term dated securities. So the concept is simple. There is no confusion in that. What does it mean? That in case of Operation Twist, what the government is doing, what the Reserve Bank of India or the central bank is actually doing, they're simply buying the government securities for the long term, and simultaneously they're being selling the short term security. So that what happened, the long term securities interest rate, or you can say the yield, will go down. That will make the loan for long term become cheaper, and people will be able to demand different goods in the market, and that leads to a strong demand and moreover more and more growth in the economy. Are you getting? So this is the concept of Operation Twist. I hope it is clear. So in the upcoming time, we'll come with certain more videos regarding different concept and moreover about the current affairs. Stay tuned, and thank you very much to see the YouTube channel of Drishti IAS English. Thank you. Bye-bye. This is